Being a single woman in LA can be awesome. The nightlife, the beach, the shopping, the fun. But somehow, all of that seems to change when you're middle-aged. My name is Fran, Argentina-born, single, and yep, middle-aged. My midlife crisis hit me hard, so I decided to fight back by embarking on a quest. Visiting all 50 states before I'm 50 and taking you along with me. Okay, world, here we go. Planes, trains, and automobiles, buckle up, because this is going to be one heck of a ride. Welcome to my 50 before 50. Warning, I have an accent. Sometimes it may be hard to understand what I'm saying. Occasional grammatical mistakes may be heard or read. Viewer discretion is advised.
Severe thunderstorm warning. Uh-oh. Oh my gosh, can you even hear that? I cannot even hear my thoughts. Might be a good thing. Ouch. First time ever I get a warning in the car saying severe thunderstorm or any kind of weather notification.
So, after a much welcome change of weather and a wardrobe, I was ready to enter my state number 36 out of 50. Here we go. Okay, spoiler alert.
Good morning.
I am not a morning person.
Actually, not a very good morning because my hotel has no coffee available for anybody. There's no coffee machines in your room. They have some coffee in the morning and then they took it out. They don't care to offer that, probably because it's so expensive. When you ask for coffee, they tell you they don't have any, but that you can actually buy it in Starbucks, which I had no idea at all that I could buy coffee in the US. So, great tip. Okay guys, feeling a little bit better because I have coffee and a croissant. Now, let's do this.
Minneapolis, you guys. A city that is known for so many things, I don't even have time to list them all. So, for the sake of my visit, I boiled them down to just 4. Flower, lakes, and 2 of its major stars. Not necessarily in that order.
My first lake here in Minnesota, land of the 10,000 lakes, as per their license plates. So I haven't counted them, but no reason to tell that, right?
Yes, Minnesota is known as the 10,000 lakes state, and I had the privilege of visiting a handful of them. Scattered around the Twin Cities, these bodies of water bring the most peaceful feeling to this otherwise very industrial town. Plus, they offer shelter for all water lovers, both human and not. And speaking of industries, here's one I've been humbly supporting ever since I can remember. Flour. So I had to pay my visit to the Mill District and the Mill City Museum, which stands not only on native land right by the Mississippi riverfront, but also on the ruins of what was once the largest flour mill in the world. Back in 1878, the Washburn A Mill exploded, killing 18 workers and deeply affecting the city's flour productive capacity, in which came to be known as the Great Mill Disaster. Today, this museum and historic site walks you through this industry's rich history throughout the years, while also teaching you about the milling process itself. Pretty hands-on, I'd say. Combining education with history and entertainment, this is definitely a must visit. As per the stars, the first one needs no introduction. Prince was born and died in the state of Minnesota, and even though his home and studio, now a museum, was closed on the day that I visited, you can still feel his presence just as clearly. A presence that spills all over Minneapolis, where he was born as Prince Rogers Nelson on June 7th, 1958. As for his passing, yes, he was gone too soon, but I feel that when it comes to Prince, any time would have been too soon. As for the second star, she does need an introduction. It's my friend Gloria, and just like with my friend Leo back in Iowa, we hadn't seen each other for over 30 years, so we had plenty of catching up to do. I'll spare you the super long talk over dinner, but wanted to include our reunion here, if only briefly, because this one star's beautiful light sure made my Minnesota trip a lot brighter. Okay, just a taste of how the night went.
Yes! She remembers. Oh my God. What? There's a story.
Okay, cameras off.
Hi everyone, still in Minnesota. We are on our way to the Iron Range. This is a place that somebody recommended. Russ, actually you met him. We met him together while I was in Colorado, and he is from here. I asked him what to do.
I would suggest you visit the Iron Range in northern Minnesota.
So off to the Iron Range area it was. And let me tell you, I could not have asked for a better welcoming. An outdoor summer concert by the Swamp Donkey, a local rock and roll 5-member band that had the whole place rocking. Truly an amusing evening. Yeah, I had to. After that, it was time for just a little taste of the local beauty before going back to the hotel for a much-needed night of rest. The following morning, it was time to go explore, starting with the Leonidas Overlook, located in the small town of Eveleth. This scenic point view is pretty high up, a little too high up for my taste to be honest, and offers a look into the largest man-made point of the area. I am pretty high. Okay, time to go back down into Mountain Iron, the taconite capital of the world. By the way, the Overlook we were just visiting was named after Leonidas Overlook, a politician and one of the first men to discover iron ore in the region. You can find more about him in the comments below. As you can probably tell by now, the Iron Range is a huge area of iron ore mines that spans around Lake Superior, both in the US and in Canada. And everything around here is about mines and they're very hard workers. So it is only fitting that the neighboring city of Chisholm welcomes you with the original Iron Man. Standing at 80 feet tall, this sculpture salutes all iron miners, both past and present. The charming city of Chisholm is known as the heart of the Iron Range and is home to the Minnesota Museum of Mining. Very close by, we found yet one more must-stop within the mining universe of the Iron Range. Located in the historic city of Hibbing lays the Hull Rust Mine View.
Okay guys, this one takes the cake.
This is the largest operating open-pit iron mine in the whole state, and it has been a National Historic Landmark since 1966. But the city of Hibbing is also famous for something that has nothing to do with mining: Bob Dylan.
That little house behind me, that is the childhood home of Robert Zimmerman. You might now know him by a different name, maybe Bob Dylan. And since I know the #1 Bob Dylan fan on earth, my friend Martha, I'm dedicating this little Dylan tour to her.
The tour included his childhood home, the high school he attended in which he formed several different bands, the Android Hotel where he celebrated his bar mitzvah, the bowling center that saw him win the Teenage Bowling League back in 1955, the Liba Deli, a former theater owned by his uncle and named after his great-grandmother, where he saw plenty of films, the L&B Cafe, now Mike's Pub, where he used to smoke after school, the place where his mother, Betty, used to work, the memorial building where he once played back in 1958, the former music shop where he used to purchase sheet music and records, and the place where his bands, the Golden Chords and Elston Gunn and the Rock Boppers, used to perform. And then there's the Hibbing Public Library with its impressive Bob Dylan collection. The best part was that I was able to text Martha all along the way, so it truly felt like she was traveling with me. Now time to say goodbye to Hibbing and Bob. But my friend Russ had more than one suggestion for me. He actually had two.
Go to Lake Itasca. Here's the headwaters of the Mississippi River. The Mississippi River goes down the heart of the United States, right down the center. It's the mother of the country.
I like that.
So off to Lake Itasca it was. The lake is part of the state park of the same name, which happens to be the oldest one in the country. And what better way to explore these waters than sailing across them?
Ready to do this.
Its shores covered with wild rice, this small glacier lake is home to hundreds of animal species, and loons and bald eagles are easy to spot. On beautiful summer days, just like this one, people enjoy the water activities along beaches and campsites. But covered in red and white pines, some of them as old as 200 years old, this state park is set to be gorgeous all year round. As per its name, it's Latin for true source, because just as Russ had mentioned, this is where we find the headwaters for the almighty Mississippi River.
Beautiful boat ride with a lot of information. Beautiful, beautiful lake. And this is where the Mississippi River actually starts.
So in search of the headwaters we went. And what do you know? You can actually cross them on foot. So of course, that's what I did to wrap my wonderful Minnesota visit.
I'm pretty sure I just took a little shortcut there, but hey, I'm on the other side, so I did it.
Now that is a wrap.